Hey buddy, it's Aaronator here, and we got our first episode of our New York Islanders franchise mode. I had to think there for a second. And we are here now, guys. The first episode of our New York Islanders franchise mode. I already said that twice. Yeah. Quite the start. Anyways, I did edit our rosters. We have our new young guys. We have Jack Hughes in the game. We have Andrei Svechnikov in the game. We have top prospects like Casey Middlestat, Cale Makar, guys from previous years, Dante Fabro, Dennis Chalowski. I'm trying to think of any other guys. We have some Russian goalies like what's his name? I can't even say them. The Russian goalie Sheny Shortin from the Rangers, one of their goalie prospects, and also on the Islanders, Ilya Sorokin, another goaltender prospect for us. I made him medium starter, so I am going to quickly show you guys what's new. What our team is going to be looking like for the start. We already did a bit of a roster overview, so I'll try and make this quick. Goalies, we do have, like I said, Sorokin. He's a medium starter at 22 overall, 72 overall. Sorry, I said 22 years old, I meant, and 72 overall. So he'll be playing in the AHL with Soderstrom. Defense, pretty much all the same. I didn't really change any potentials. Barzal's still 72. He'll be playing in the AHL for the first year, just because I feel like that's probably a better spot for him, not the NHL, unless we want to try him out there or we need him due to injuries or something like that. Centers in the NHL, I brought up Gianta for injuries. Bouvillier and Hosang made our roster, and that's what our team's going to be looking like. Defense, we got Ryan Pulock, who's going to be our sixth guy, and Hedgelston is our seventh defenseman. And yeah, that's what our team is going to be for our rosters. Not going to sign any free agents, not going to make any trades in this episode. I just wanted to get some simming done, and by the end of this video, I'm hoping we'll have a bit of an idea of where our team is standing. I 100% want to make the playoffs. I will let you guys know that. But if our team is not in a really close spot, or they're not really battling enough, I would say we will make some trades and we will figure out what we're going to do with John Tavares. My idea with John Tavares is that we are going to win with him as one of our top centers. So we will have to sign him to a contract extension. That's what I'm hoping. What I might do is I might just roll the rest of the season with him, try and make the playoffs, go for a deep playoff run, and let that be the judge of whether or not he wants to stay. If we don't have a good enough playoff run or a good enough season, and he chooses that he doesn't want to re-sign with us, that sucks. But he could be a guy that ends up going to free agency. I'm not going to trade him for assets. I don't want to. I want to make the playoffs, and I want to do well with him. And I want to make a deep playoff run, so then he, in hindsight, he wants to stay with the team. So, and we don't just force him to sign a contract. Jordan Eberle and Brock Nielsen are going to be playing alongside him for the first bit of the season, and then Josh Bailey will be playing second line center with Josh Hosang on his right and Anders Lee on his left, a bit of a shooter in Anders Lee, and then Hosang, a skill guy, to go with Josh Bailey, the two-way center. Anthony Bouvillier will be playing the third line with Cal Clutterbuck and Andrew Ladd to see how they do, and then Jason Chimera, Casey Zikas, and Nikolai Kulemin. Power play, you got Pulock and Letty on that pairing on defense, and then basically the same forward lines, and then Dahan and Boychuk. Power play, four-man power play, PK. I'm going to actually switch, I think it's, Kuhlman, and I'm going to put in Andrew Ladd and let him play on the top line PK with Casey Zikas, and we will leave the rest of the PK the way it is, I think. Actually, no, we're going to get Steinberg in there instead of Dahan, because he's more the defensive-minded guy. And I'll be fine with Steinberg, I think, over Dahan. Dahan will be getting enough ice time, I'd say. I'm not sure if I mentioned defense, but I will be splitting up Boychuk and Letty just to spread out the defense a bit more. Seidenberg will be going with Nick Letty, defensive with offensive defenseman, and then Calvin Dahan with Johnny Boychuk for the offensive and defensive defenseman pairing, and then two-way defensemen on the bottom pairing, Thomas Hickey and Ryan Pulock. Goaltenders are yours truly, Thomas Grace, the German Grace, and Jaroslav Halak, the Slovakian. So hopefully they can hold down the fort pretty well and give us some wins there. In the AHL, we're going to be starting off with Barzal and Prince. Dowcall, Keane, and Bellows will play together. I also did create Bellows. I did not mention that already, but yeah, he's going to be playing in the AHL. Defense, we're going to be having Pellick and Mayfield, and then Taves and Burrows and Aho and LaFranchise. Because I guess he's LaFranchise. He is the franchise player on our team, I guess you could say. Aside from Tavares, Ilya Sorokin and Linus Soderstrom in net. So that's what we got. I did give Barzell and all those guys power play time. I did actually forget Aho. Let me just get him in there because he's an offensive defenseman, and we'll see if he can grow. He's in there. Okay, it was just because I saw Burrow's face or whatever. So let's just get straight into the simulation. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save because I don't want to redo all those lines again. So let me do that. I will quickly mention it is Halloween, so happy Halloween to you all. At least for when I'm recording this. It may not actually be uploaded till tomorrow. We'll see what happens in November 1st. So either way, you get a video for the start of the month or you get it on Halloween. One of the two. Whatever happens. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to sim straight away, get the preseason done and over with, and then we'll go straight into the season. We'll just get a month done probably for the start. We will get more than a month done in this video, but like before we start looking at lines, I'm just going to go through basically the full month of October. Scouting assignment, let me quickly mention, we will be going mainly to the States and Russia just because those are where all the unpredictable prospects are. We know where Dahlin is. We know where Svechnikov is. They're both top-notch prospects. We're going to look for those guys that are going to be steals in the draft. We want to find those guys. The rest of the world, I guess they got some more prospects, so we may have to check out there as well. So forwards, we'll just start out in the USA. They got 80 forwards there. We'll just go for a month. So one thing we're gonna quickly do is like I was saying, because it's Halloween, there may be doorbells, there may be very loud children screaming when they enter and say trick or treat. So I apologize if it gets a bit loud in the background, but I don't have too much time. I have made you guys wait quite long enough for this first episode, like not including the startup episode. So I just wanted to get it done. I'm really busy right now with hockey and school. It's coming near the end of the term, so I just wanted to get some recording done. Maybe take some stress away. So hopefully the Islanders can get off to a good start. Better start than that. Grice lets in the first shot of the game. It's all right, buddy. Offense, let's help him out. First period, and all right. Atkinson decided to start scoring too. Tavares gets his first of the season. That's good to see. Wenberg makes it 4-1 after the first. I feel like they gotta have put in Halak after that. That's 4 goals in 10 minutes. What the heck? Oh gosh, Grice, what are we going to do with you? Second period, and Halak's in there at 6-1, third period. Oh, brutal. 7-2. 3 stars. Atkinson got a hattie. That's all you need to know. That's game over. It's all gone. So hopefully we can bounce back against Buffalo there in the home opener. You know what? We'll slow sim that too. We will slow sim that as well. Hopefully, whoever's in net is going to have a bounce back game for us, and offense will get some more offense. First period. And yeah, there you go. John Tavares and Josh Bailey getting some offense for us. Benoit Pouliot for Buffalo. It's 2-1. We're out shooting them 18-5. That's what I love to see. Let's keep it up, boys. Second period. And Ryan Pouliot gets his first of the season. So that's really nice to see him getting a goal. He's got a very hard shot. He'll be a big blue line piece for us in the future here. Even right now, because, I mean, he's already got a goal. Jason Pominville. He gets one to make it 3-2. They did catch up in shots a bit, but we are still very much playing. It's a tight game, but we are getting lots of shots, so let's keep it up, boys. Big third period here, and okay, so I saw 2 goals, and I was worried that we didn't that we were gonna lose, but no, it's all right. Jordan Epperle ties it up with basically 3 minutes left, going to overtime. Can we get the W? Shootout. And wow, lots of offense in the shootout. Eichel, Cycle, then Letty, and Pominville, and Andersley, and then Dahan gets one. Wow, That's nuts. You got it from just the top of the slot. That must have been a snipe. 3 stars. Pominville gets first star. Jordan Eberle and Josh Bailey follow. So, you know what? Pretty decent game. Against Buffalo, I'd like to have a bit more of a game where we don't almost lose to them. But you know what? That happens. You know what? It's all hockey. Anybody can win and lose. But we're just going to get the first month done, see how our lines do. Guys like Josh Hosang, Anthony Bouvillier, John Tavares, of course, the big man of the team. And then, of course, our defense. Guys like Nick Leddy and Ryan Pulock. I'm hoping that they'll be pieces for us for most of this GM mode, if not the whole thing. So we'll scout some defense in America. We are 4-2 to get to the halfway. After we got to the halfway point of the month, we got some meetings available now with some players. Brock Nielsen's come to us and said, I have to admit I've been underperforming lately. Well, let's see what your stats are. Yeah, you have 2 assists and a -3 on the top line. Start feeling no. Everybody goes through rocky patches. You'll turn a corner. I'm sure. I'm just struggling with English today. Motivating. I know you have it in you. You just need to stay focused going forwards. Let's be a bit calming with him. Okay, so nothing happened there. I'm gonna stop here. Oh wait. We got a trade. 2 third-round picks from the Florida Panthers in exchange for Thomas Hickey. Something to look at. Thomas Hickey is in the last year of his deal, unless he actually has an extension. I can't remember. But I'm going to say for now, no, because I feel like we could get something a bit higher in quality, like a second or a first if we gave up Hickey and another player or a prospect or a draft pick. But for now, I'm okay with keeping Hickey because I want to see how our team does through the rest of the season. So I'm going to quickly move Nielsen off the top line because I don't feel like he's playing that great. Please don't freeze game. That's not what I need. Nick Leddy's doing great. He has 8 points, 7 assists, a goal in 7 games. So we'll definitely keep him playing with John Tavares on the top D line. Brock Nielsen. We're gonna move you down. You know what, Andrew? That's kind of worthy of getting first line minutes. So we'll switch him and Nielsen, and we'll see how they do. So let's get into the next bit of the month, and hopefully our team can get some wins here because we're only 4-3. Again, this is why we're not making any trades to try and make the playoffs or try and tank straight away. It's still way too early to even consider doing anything. We just got to roll with our team and continue to see how we play. We got a big 4-0 win after we made those line changes against San Jose, and then we are on a bit of a winning streak here. Derek Roy to the New York Islanders for a 5th and a 7th for the Golden Knights. I do not really want your Derek Roy at all for my draft picks because Islanders don't have many draft picks and assets in the first place. So I'm not going to go and trade for a bottom, like a depth forward for a 5th and a 7th. Like that's not a good trade. Nope. Nice try, Vegas. Nashville got a big game against Vegas. Let's get a big win because they shouldn't have made that trade. Let's get a big win against them. There you go. 7-2 dub. That's nice to see. So we're 8-4. We started getting some wins, so we might as well keep on going. The Lions are rolling. We're getting a couple wins here. We get a loss, and it's all right. Okay, I saw the R Nash, and I thought it was Rick Nash, but no, that's not it. So 2/3, Riley Nash. That could be a good center option for us on like the 4th line or the 3rd line, depending on who we need to. If we need to move a guy like Josh Bailey or Bouvillier to the wing, in exchange for Thomas Hickey and a 4th-round pick. I'm going to say no to this because, again, I do not want to give up our draft picks. I just only want to receive and not give unless it's significant, like a 1st for a 5th, and obviously in a bigger trade. But and Thomas Hickey, again, we're not really looking to move him at the moment. So nice try, Boston. Not a bad trade. There's some pieces that I don't mind, some multiple draft picks in Nash, but at this moment, we're not looking to make any trades. So we will decline that. Colorado, a big win against them. We are going to continue to get points, which is nice to see. A big win against Edmonton. Dallas, they're 8-7-1. Another big win against them. We do then falter against St. Louis, unfortunately, but you know what? That happens. Scouting assignment, we are going to go back to the States and go for our goalies for a month. So, yeah, that's good. Because, again, our goalies for the future, kind of a bit, they're not set in stone. So it doesn't hurt to always go and keep on scouting those goalies. If we can find an elite prospect goalie, that would be great. Something that we really could use for the future. We are just continuing to get points here, get wins, get some overtime points. We have the odd loss against Tampa there, and we get another win. So we're 16-6-2. That's a great start. Coming up to December, this team is truly looking like we could be a playoff team, which is really nice to see. So you know what? Let's go and check out our player stats and see who exactly is the biggest points, the biggest highlights of this season so far. John Tavares, no big surprise. He's leading our team in points, 28 points, 14 goals in 24 games played. That's very good, John Tavares. I knew that he is capable of like winning the Art Ross. I've seen him done it lots of times in the franchise modes in previous games and in some simulations in other YouTube series. He just gets points. So I mean, if he produces, why move him? This is like one of the few times in one of my franchise modes I've ever had a player as offensively prolific as John Tavares, because he just scores. He just gets points. So I mean, he's the perfect guy to have for your top line center. So, you know what? I'm not really keen on giving up on him at all. So, for anybody who wanted the tank option, I don't think that's happening because John Tavares, he's way too good. Jordan Eberle has 13 goals, 24 points. He's a point per game. That's great to see. Nick Leddy having a great season as well. 21 points in 24 games. That is crazy. That's insane. So obviously the top line is doing great. Nick Leddy as well. Josh Bailey, Anders Lee getting some points. Brock Nielsen having a much better bounce back after he moved down to the third line. Andrew Ladd playing as a solid defensive player there. He's a plus 11. Great to see out of him. So he may not necessarily get traded till a year or two from now, which, of course, that would be because of his big contract. We always have to watch that, make sure he doesn't drop too much, his production doesn't slow down. He's having a pretty all-right season, so I'm not too worried about him. Josh Ho-Sang, 14 points in 24 games. I believe this is his rookie year, so yeah, he's doing pretty solid. Ryan Pulock has 4 points as well, so that's nice to see. I'd like to hopefully see some growth out of them this year as well. Anthony Beauvillier having a nice season, so yeah, not too bad. Anybody minus Calvin DeHaan and Johnny Boychuk on that bottom pairing? That's not what I like to see, but you know what? They're going to have minuses, and we just got to hope that they can step it back up. Goaltending, let's see what Thomas Greiss is doing. Pretty solid season, I would say. Yaroslav Halak has some wins. Not the greatest stats, but you know what? He's getting the dubs, so it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We're all good. So let's just get straight into the next month. Might as well. I mean, we're doing this well. And then I would say probably we're getting close to the 20-minute mark here on my screen. So I would say probably then after this month, we'll probably look at shutting her down for now. And then if I could get some feedback from you guys, that'd be great. Johnny Boychuk is injured with a concussion. December 15th is his return time, supposedly. That's rough. He wasn't having a fantastic season, but again, Johnny Boychuk is going to be better than what we got next coming. Seth Hedgelston. Let me quickly make some line changes, make sure we got our guys playing where we need them to play. Okay, guys, so we're done the lines here. I decided I'm going to move Pulock and Thomas Hickey up because they're playing great right now, so might as well keep them playing on the top four. We're going to let DeHaan get a bit less ice time onto that top six unit with Seth Hedgelston, but no worries. We are going to put DeHaan on the penalty kill. I'm going to move him down actually and move Leddy up. Keep those guys playing that way. We're just a bit better off so then we don't have DeHaan, the offensive defenseman, going and rushing on the PK as much. Which he probably will do, but you know what? He's an offensive defenseman. Look at that smile. You can't deny that Calvin DeHaan, okay, maybe not. He's kind of like, he's trying to decide whether he wants to smile or not. Anyways, Thomas Hickey and then Beauvillier are going to split some power play time, and hopefully Boychuk will be back ASAP because he's a big part of our team, no doubt. Even if he isn't having the greatest start, we do get a W, another one, and another one. And another one. This team just keeps winning. It don't matter who you injure. Okay, never mind. I shouldn't have said anything, okay? Okay? I didn't say anything. I did a scouting assignment. And now Russia. Let's go 4 weeks there. A month, because that's math. We lose 5-1 to Washington. That's all right. We have a loss here and there. We just got to bounce back here. That'd be huge. Johnny Boychuk is back in the lineup for the game against, I believe it was Dallas, I said. So let me quickly go back and change the lines again. Finished up the lines, so that's that. Basically, decided to keep Boychuk off the power play. We'll give him back his PK time, and he's playing with Dahan on the bottom pairing, just because we started winning, and Pulock, I want him to grow as much as possible. So if he's doing well with Thomas Hickey, then I don't see any reason why to put them back on the bottom pairing. They're the guys that are playing. You play the guys that are playing. We're 26, 10, and 3. Moving on into January, that is probably a good place, I would say. We are winning though. You know what? For the sake of it, it's Halloween. Let's go through pretty close to the deadline, about a month away. This is now an option right here. Yori Laterra in exchange for a 4th and a 7th. Not a great contract, but some offensive spark that wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. He's pretty solid. Okay, he's actually more of a defensive player in this game. Okay. That's definitely an option. He's only a -1. Not great point production, but could help on the PK. A bit overpaid for what he would be, but we're only giving up a 4th and a 7th. That's an option, as well as Phil Pila and Michael Raffle. If you guys think we should maybe move in for one of those guys, then we will potentially go and add to this team. I'm definitely okay for adding this team, whether it's for the future or if it's for the playoffs. A 4th and a 5th in exchange for Laterra and a 6th. Basically same trade. We're going to decline that for now. So we'll get this month done, and we'll see where we're standing after this. Ooh, okay. A big trade. This is probably more... I mean, this could be even if we still want to make the playoffs, but Ladd, I think, is doing pretty well in the top line, so it's still something to look at. LA is willing to take on another bad contract in Andrew Ladd. I don't know why you would do that. But Andrew Ladd and Jason Chimera for a 2nd and a 3rd round pick in this next year's draft. That could be pretty huge for us. So that's something I'll come back to. Trading Andrew Ladd is definitely something I would definitely not mind if we are not going to be, even if we are going to be trying to make playoffs. If he slows down at all, that's definitely something I wouldn't mind, because he's at his highest value right now. So might as well move him while his value is a bit higher. We would just need to look at someone to fill his role, which I think we could. I think most people can play with John Tavares, I would hope. But, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job of it right now. I mean, the team's winning, so why make any moves? A 3rd and a 4th. Really? For the season Hickey's having, for the contract that he's at right now, you are only willing to give up a 3rd and a 4th. Colorado, you are dumb all the time. Joe Sakic, what is up with you? Boston, 3-2 over the Boston Bruins. 2nd and a 3rd just for Andrew Ladd. Not even Jason DeMera, just Andrew Ladd. Wow. Except next year's draft. That's the only difference. But something to look at. So you guys can let me know if you think it's time to trade Andrew Ladd, or if we should wait maybe, because we could definitely do that. But, I mean, we're winning, so why worry about it? 2nd and a 7th. Colorado. Get a brain. I'm not trading Thomas Hickey. I'm not. Just leave. Unless you give me something outstanding. Thomas Pyatt for a 4th round pick. Not interested at the moment. Just saying. Game against Arizona, we get a 2-1 loss, unfortunately. But we are a team that has been known to bounce back now. We get another loss, but that's all right. A 4th in exchange for Desharnais. I do not need a bottom line center right now. I don't. Our team's doing fine. Okay? Game against Florida. Okay, calm down here. Big trade. 2 big vets, big contracts. Boychuk and Ladd for a 1st and a 2nd. We give up a 5th and a 7th. This is something that I hope is still on the table. It's pretty close to the date. In only 2 more days, we're gonna stop the sim. But this is definitely a trade that I'm considering, because giving up those 2 contracts, it sucks to lose Ladd and it sucks to lose Boychuk, because we are winning right now and they are playing well and they're in our top. Well, Boychuk's in our PK, so that's a big part. That's a really tough trade to pass up at the moment. A 1st and a 2nd for 2, I would say, not awful contracts, but they are gonna become awful contracts soon. So it's something to look at for sure, even with our record. So you guys can let me know what trades you like so far, and I will show the other team's trading blocks after. Andrew Ladd for a second, a fourth, and Chris Van Velde, another center for depth. Doesn't hurt. Not a bad trade. I still would like the first round pick there. That's a huge, considering we're a team with not a ton of prospect depth. We have quite a few good prospects. We're still a bit weak. We could definitely use some help on defense, I think. But we're playing really well now, so it's hard to make moves. So quickly, I will go through every team's trade block, not through their players. I'm just going to go through the trade block and quickly show you guys what they got. Yarmelson, a great add-on defense. This is something we could look at even if we were to trade Johnny Boychuk, whether we do or not. That's still a great defenseman for a solid contract. Something we could look at if we are looking to win now. Jason Demers, maybe. Goligoski, maybe. Shen, maybe. So there's some defense that we can definitely look at from Arizona. Even a Luke Shen isn't that bad. If we want to trade Boychuk, bring in Luke Shen, and I mean we don't have to give up much. So you guys can let me know what you think about that. Zach Senyshyn, not right now. Josh Georges, not right now. Bartkowski, Ruzicka, not right now. Carolina. Ville Polka, another defense prospect. He's pretty close. He could actually play if we had injuries, so that's something I'm definitely not, I wouldn't complain about. I think was he drafted? Yeah, he was drafted by the Islanders. Bringing him back? What do you guys think of that? Maybe bringing back Ville Polka? That's definitely an option. Connor Timmins, I believe? Yeah, Connor Timmins. Gabriel Bork, the legend from when he scored that huge goal. That wouldn't be bad for some depth. Never hurts. Gabriel Carlson, another defense prospect for the left side. He's something we could look at. Abramov, Milano, a bit more of a two-way forward, skilled forward, some potential. Could play in the AHL or even in the NHL this year if we need, especially with injuries. Some depth there. Franz Nielsen, Gustav Nyquist, definitely another option. He has some pretty decent stats, a decent contract, something we could look at if we want to win. Advocator, not a great contract, not looking at that too much. Probably just some more depth there. Bedker, no. Stillman, nope. Friend, he wants to be our friend, but nope. Olofsson, nope. Poling, I created Ryan Poling, so there you go. Nikita Sherbak as well, not a bad option. He's 22, but he's 76 overall basically for the old game. 73 overall in this game. That's not close. It's not bad. He's a bit close to the NHL. We do have Ho-Sang though, so maybe not. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. Jacob Delarose, Cale Fleury. Dante Fabro, there's another prospect. Deveman, right side, pretty close to the NHL, so that's definitely another option we can look at. Blake Spears, Popagayev, Zuccarello, and Shattenkirk. Those are huge players. They just signed Shattenkirk, and now they're looking to move him. So there's some options there. Zuccarello might not be bad. Rick Nash, he's coming up to a contract year. He's playing pretty well, but I don't know, maybe. Grabner, holding lots of options there in the town of New York. Ottawa has quite a few players. Brassard, not a bad second line option. If we wanted to go move for him. Bobby Ryan, not a great contract, probably not. Dion Phaneuf, not a great contract, so probably not. Zach Smith, a couple other depth players, not bad. Philly, they got Filppula and some more depth. Oland, what? Mark Edward Vlasic, 1 year. Okay, he's coming up to a contract year. He's unhappy. Top 2 D-man? Oh, you guys can let me know what you think about that. That could be huge. Jay Bomeister, a couple other depth players here. Cal Foote, prospect defenseman, something to look at as well. Kapanen, definitely not a bad option if we want depth and someone to grow for the future. Marleau and Komarov. Edler, Sutter, definitely not a bad center. Derek Roy, not too interested in that. Lucas Johansson and Madison Bowie, another option, but Madison Bowie, right side, close to the NHL. Sorella, he was a free agent that Winnipeg signed, I guess, so probably not. Roslavik, an option on the fourth line, not too bad. Enstrom defense, so there's lots of options here. Goalies, we'll just take quick peeks. I don't think we really need to worry about goalies, but if there's anybody and they have decent trade value, I could be willing to move for something. Stuart Skinner, the goalie prospect. We already have enough medium starters. Fucali's up. I'm not too interested in him. There's Shesty Yorkin. He's actually pretty close to the NHL, so another option. Stolarts, Gustafsson, St. Louis, Oplika, Ingram. I moved over to Toronto a bit quick. McElhinney for a backup. Nah. Washington, Samsonov. There's an elite goalie for you guys. I created him. Winnipeg, Hutchinson. Not a bad option. But that is it. Quite a decently long video. I wanted to keep my videos a bit shorter, not crazy lengths, but we got a lot done in this episode. We got lots of simming done, looked at all the trading blocks. I'll try and go through those a bit quicker next time. We're going to take a quick look at the stats. It looks like Tavares is a point per game, I believe, so that's really nice to see. Quickly go through this. 27 goals. That is great. That's what I love to see. Jordan Eberle playing great alongside him. That's awesome. He's definitely doing well this year with the Islanders, not Columbus. Nick Leddy, holy crap, 45 points. This guy ain't calming down. 40 assists, 5 goals. Wow, that's a great season for him. Andrew Ladd, 34 points, 26 assists, plus 19. Do we want to move him if we're... we can always trade him at the draft, guys, so be aware of that. But, he's definitely not a bad option to trade or to keep for our playoff run. Josh Bailey playing decent on that second line. Lee and Nielsen, Jose having a decent rookie year. He slowed down a bit, I think. Bouvillier, not too bad. Chimera, Zikaz, Kuhlman, Clutterbuck, Pulock, only 9 points but 6 goals, so not too bad. Plus minus is pretty solid for him and Hickey. DeHaan having a bit of a struggling year, but actually no, plus minus they brought it back up. Or no, they didn't. Did they? No, -4. Oh, I think they did a bit. Johnny Boychuk and then Dennis Steinberg. So, guys, I'm going to leave it quickly at that. Goalies, we'll quickly make a quick peek. Grace and Halak both having great seasons. That's awesome to see. Halak brought his stats back up, so awesome. You know what? We might as well, for those of you who want to see the entire league, go through it quickly. Minimum 1 game, minimum 5 games, 10 games. I haven't tried this before. Minimum 20 games, 30 games. I accidentally pressed it too many times. 1 game, 5 games, 10 games, 20 games, and we'll go from there. About half the game played. So let's go save percentage. John Gibson, wow, that's great stats for him. And then goals against average, yeah, John Gibson. So Gibson's having a great year with Anaheim. Cool to see. And yeah, Malcolm Subban, how's he doing? That's pretty good. Not great stats, but you know what? That's pretty cool to see younger guys coming up. Goalies, we will go rookie skaters quickly. No. We got to get rid of that. There you go. Minimum rookie skaters. Alex Galchenyuk is not a rookie, so don't know what that game's trying to do there. Brock Besser, pretty solid season. I made him high top 6 because why not? He's a Vancouver boy. You got to give him some better potential. Come on. Okay, just for bat, maybe I should have been a bit more generous to him because he's having a great season. But look at that. He's still producing. Dubois, Deneau, White, Keller. Okay, we get it. Nico Hischier, wow, only 13 points. That's kind of disappointing. Maybe I should have boosted him a bit more because he's doing a bit better than that. Come on. McAvoy, Jost, Patrick, wow, only 9 points. These guys are really playing disappointing. I did not mean to do that, but we will check out him pretty quick. Barzell, 62 points for Malkin. Ovechkin, holy crap, almost 40 goals in 50 games. Calm the heck down, Ovechkin. Points, Matthews is playing insane. Marner, wow, these guys are insane. John Tavares, top 5 for points. Not too bad. Kopitar, Nylander, interesting. Oh my gosh, Bo Horvat, what a beauty. 47 points, 50 games. I love it. Bo the Beast. I'm guessing he's playing with Daniel Steen. McDavid, not a point per game, of course. What's new? David Pastrnak. Did I miss Crosby? Did I miss him? I don't know. Yo, Nick Leddy is leading defenseman in points almost. Wow, Crosby is nowhere to be found. Goals. Ovechkin. Okay, let me quickly look at where Crosby is. It looks like Malkin's play. What the heck, Crosby? What are you doing? Oh, he got injured. What's new? Okay, yep. So that's that. I spent enough time, guys. Sorry about that. We'll quickly. No, I'm still getting used to this a bit. Okay, it's not. I haven't played a ton of GM. Bobby Butler, Shane Prince, almost leading the league in points. Not too bad. Barzell having a great season as well. So that's great to see. Yeah, and Alan Queen is down there as well. So that'll be the end of this episode. I've spent your time long enough. Make sure you hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are not yet subscribed. Hit the notification bell and make sure you get those ring-a-ding-dings so then you can get endless notifications of when I upload every 4 weeks, because that's basically the pace it's going at so far. Don't worry, guys. I'll get some more episodes out a bit quicker. Again, I have a busy schedule. But yeah, we're just going to end it off here. And so once again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next episode.